This is 4 Chords to Fingerstyle, where I show you how to take songs and turn them into fingerstyle guitar arrangements. In today's video, I am showing you how to play the Sex and the City theme on the guitar. We're going to dive into how to play the chords, how to play the melody, and I'm going to show you how I would combine them into a fingerstyle guitar arrangement. So, if you're ready to go, grab your guitar and let's get into it. So I have slowed down the song quite a bit here just so it's easier to hear. This one is blazingly fast, so you're going to want to work on it slow first. The harmony is relatively simple. It's just A minor, which is our key here, our tonal center of A minor, and E major, which is the dominant, the 5 chord. Now the melody is this kind of ostinato of A, C, E, E, A, C, E. Now, those 3 notes outline the A minor chord. So what I can do is I can just hold an A minor chord here and I can fill in the spaces with my bass note here with my thumb, something like this. Now it goes to an E chord, but we have this bass line which is going to take the place of playing an actual chord. So we have 5, 6, 7, 1, and that goes back to the A minor chord. And then the second time, we don't have that bass line, so I can really hit that whole chord to feel like it's got some power in going into the next melody here. So let's keep listening. So here we have this melody like this. And the chords are still doing the A minor, E, A minor thing, but we need to voice them so we can hear that top note. So we can't play first position chords. So I'm going to play A minor like this. So I get that A on top. And then it goes to an E with the G sharp on top. So I'm going to voice it like this. And then back to A minor with a G on top. So we have A minor 7. And then an E chord with an F sharp on top. So I'm playing it kind of like a D chord here. So this is a E sus9 chord. We have the root is E, the 7 here, the 9, and the sus4. And that's going to go back down the octave. Let's keep listening. Cool, so we have that's our melody, and then we have like an A minor chord here. Now here it's technically an A minor to an E chord. I don't want to muddy it too much. Playing E flat with E just sounds a little bit too hollow, but to me it sounds better to make it a little bit more jazzy by having a D in the bass instead of an E in the bass here. So the D to that E flat. So none of these chords are like fully fleshed out chords. They're just kind of like intervals, but they give you the structure of the harmony. And because it's moving so fast, you don't really need to grab, multi-voice chords here. You really just need the color tone and the melody, and that's really all you need. So back to that E major chord. Now we're in D minor. D minor, A major, D minor. So it's the same 1, 5, 1 progression that we had with A minor, E, A minor, but now it's over the 4 chord. So we have A major. It's a really cool descending line too in the melody. Use this A note kind of to glue everything together. It's like a pedal tone. So we go D, A, C sharp, A, C natural, A, B. It's kind of cool. So listening for those pedal tones can really help you figure out what the melody is doing, because it's like a point of reference, or I hate to use the word anchor, but it kind of anchors you to a tonality a little bit. Let's keep listening. Cool, so we have this. This is all kind of over the A minor. Because this D is so low, and I don't want to just play one note there. I could, but it's gonna feel a little bit sparse. So I'm gonna play unisons here. I'm gonna play a D on the 5th string and the open D. Alright, so this takes us into this really, the best part of the song, honestly. Let's keep listening. So what do we got going on here? We have some ascending major chords. We're starting here on an E chord. We're going up to an F chord, then a G chord, then a A chord, then a B flat chord, which finally gets to an E chord, which is your dominant chord, which of course is gonna lead us back into our A minor chord. Now, what's cool about this part is we have these chromatic chords in between. So we're approaching it from a half step up and then a half step above. So we E, D sharp, E, F, E, and then this cool, it's a little melody in there for you. Then we go to the F, below it, E, F, and then there's like this percussive, like, I don't know, they're like doing some sort of fill in there, which it's in 16th notes. So I kind of do some sort of 16th note pattern by muting the strings here with my left hand and just kind of going over the strings in an arpeggio. Slap I A I P I A I slap I A I. So it's loosely based off of that. It's kind of gonna be a blur when you go fast. If you can try to just get the slaps on 2 and 4, everything else can kind of, it's just flourish. It's an effect, right? So it doesn't have to be super accurate, although the more accurate you can get it, the better it's gonna sound. So, you know, practice this with a metronome slowly and work your way up in speed to try to get your fingers working for you. And that takes us into the G, which goes right into the G sharp A, which goes into the A, B flat 7, and then the E with the sharp 11, and then there's like a little pause in there, which I like to do a little fill or something. So we have 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1. It's just gonna add a little bit of a transition when you go back into the main theme. So let's keep listening. That was different there. So did you hear how it goes da 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 da, right? We have a quarter tone bend here. So from the B note here on the 2nd fret of the A string, I'm gonna bend it a quarter tone, release it, and then play the G sharp. It's not quite a full half step, it's a quarter tone. And then we have this descending bass line, which is really cool. Back to our dominant E chord, and we're now ready to feel like we're back in A minor. So these chords here that I'm doing are A minor, G sharp augmented, then an A minor 7 with a G in the bass, to an F sharp minor 7 flat 5, to an F major chord, to an E major chord, which takes us back into the recapitulation of this. Let's keep listening. So the second time through there, we have this really fast scale. Now, this scale is called a whole tone scale. And a whole tone scale is all whole steps. So we're starting here on a B flat or an A sharp. We're gonna go a whole step down, and then another whole step down, and another whole step down. So we have this pattern we can do on the second and third string, 3-1, 3-1, and I'm doing all pull-offs here. Then the top note's gonna go down a whole step, same thing, another whole step, go down another whole step, go up a whole step, down a whole step, down a whole step. Now we've run out of room on the second string, so we have to switch from the D here to the C here on the third string. That's 3-1, and because this is a different string set here, we're gonna do 4-2 to get that whole step. And then that resolves down to the A minor. Okay, and then we have an extended A minor arpeggio here, which is A, C, E, F sharp, A, C, E, G sharp, and then this crunchy ass chord right here. This is an A minor major 9, which basically means it's an A minor triad, A, C, E, but it has a major 7th in it, which is that G sharp, and the 9, which is the B on top there. And I'm playing all the strings, so technically this is an inverted second inversion chord here. And that's the whole song, guys. So if you like this video, consider subscribing to the channel, leave a like, leave me a comment. If you have any other songs you want me to arrange, in the description I have my free PDF 10-step blueprint on how to arrange any song on the guitar. You can follow along with me in that worksheet. It's going to help you to keep you organized, help you, give you some space to write your arrangements out, and give you some of the tips and things that I'm doing right now, but more in an outline form so you can better digest them. So with that being said, guys, I hope you have a lovely day wherever you are in the world. Stay blessed, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.